Hello, friend. My name is Rodrigo, and I'm the Artistic Director of Shakespeare in the Ruins, SIR, your Shakespearean company. I'm speaking to you live from the Roman Manitoba Theatre Center Warehouse Theatre, an actual theater. I'm looking at the empty seats here where you should be. Thank you for joining us. This is a big week for Shakespeare. It's his birthday on Friday, and we thought a little celebration was in order. Welcome to Play On, an evening of music and words and hope. We could all use a little hope right now. We certainly miss you. We miss playing live for you under the skies at the ruins. Stick around with us tonight. We have beautiful original music by Hera Nalam Duncan Cox, with direction by Dora Carroll, and a few words by Old Bill. And after the performance, you'll hear from me about our plans for 2021. And at the very end, you'll get to enjoy a sneak peek into a very special cinematic project we're working on. And speaking of hope, I hope you'll feel compelled to donate as you enjoy this magical performance. It's very easy. Just go on our website, shakespeareintheruins.com, and click Donate. So, Shakespeare. Why Shakespeare? Why should we still care? What does he have to say about our complex world of today? I don't know, I could give you a very boring speech detailing all the reasons as to why he still matters philosophically, educationally, politically. But at the end of the day, all we've got are words. And I find myself quoting him a lot these days as I try to find a little hope for myself. Live a little, comfort a little, cheer thyself a little, as Orlando says in As You Like It. Or Lear, come, let's away to prison. We two alone will sing like birds in a cage. So we'll live and pray and sing and tell old tales and laugh. Or Volumnia, with her timely, action is eloquence. Or Henry V, when he says, I would give all my fame for a pot of ale and safety. Or the always topical line in Winnipeg, now is the winter of our discontent. Or the perceptive Timon of Athens, when he says, we have seen better days. I wonder if our politicians these days know about Mariana in the play All's Well That Ends Well, when she says, no legacy is so rich as honesty. Or that famous line from Henry VIII, things done well and with a care exempt themselves from fear. I want to think about people out there struggling right now, but still being kind to each other. I think of Portia in The Merchant of Venice, who says, how far that little candle throws his beams, so shines a good deed in a naughty world. But enough now, as Polonia says, brevity is the soul of wit, and if music be the food of love, play on.
As an unperfect actor on the stage,
who with her fear is put besides her part,
or some fierce thing replete with too much rage, whose strength's abundance weakens his own heart,
so I, for fear of trust, forget to say the perfect ceremony of love's right.
And in mine own love's strength seem to decay, o'ercharged with burden of mine own love's might. Oh, deixa que meus livros eloquentes fale meu peito num presságio mudo.
Na nagnanasa ng pag-ibig at umaasa ng regalo bilang kapalit, higit pa sa parami na paraming ipinapahayag ng wika.
Apprendre à lire ce qu'écrit la mort muet. To hear with eyes belongs to love's fine wit.
Let the sad interim like the ocean be, which parts the shore, where two contracted new come daily to the banks, that when they see return of love, more blessed may be the view. Else call it winter, which being full of care makes summer's welcome thrice more wished, more rare. Under the greenwood tree, who loves to lie with me and turn this merry note onto the swordbird's throat. Come hither, come hither, come hither, here shall we see no enemy but winter and rough weather.
How like a winter my absence hath been from thee, the pleasure of the fleeting year. What freezings have I felt, what dark days seen, what old December's bareness everywhere. Who doth ambition shun and loves to live here the sun, seeking the food he eats and pleased with what he gets. Come hither, come hither, come hither, here shall he see no enemy but winter and rough weather. If it do come to pass that any man turn ass, leaving his wealth and ease, stubborn will to please, Duke Dame, Duke Dame, Duke Dame, here shall he see. Gross fools is he, and if he If I could write the beauty of your eyes, and in fresh numbers number all your graces, the age to come would say, this poet lies. Such heavenly touches ne'er touched earthly faces.
Why hear'st thou music sadly? Sweets with sweets war not, joy delights in joy. Why lovest thou that which thou receivest not gladly, or else receivest with pleasure thine annoy? Mark how one string, sweet husband to another, strikes each in each by mutual ordering, resembling sire and child and happy mother, who all in one pleasing note do sing.
When you can't bear it anymore, I'll meet you down by the river. When it's not like it was before, I'll meet you down by the river. We'll count every petal as they fall.
thou my music playest, upon that blessed wood whose motion sounds, with thy sweet fingers when thou gently swayest the wiry concord that mine ear confounds. Do I envy those jacks that nimble leap to kiss the tender inward of thy hand, whilst my poor lips, which should that harvest reap, at the wood's boldness by thee blushing stand?
When Papa said no, I'll meet you down by the river. When time has gone no more, I'll meet you down by the river. We'll count every petal, every flower as they fall. We'll watch them go. There's fennels for you, daisies and rue, violets while I'm waiting. I'll be waiting, but I can't bear it anymore, so I'll be down by the river. No, it's not like it was before, so I'll be down by the river.
So are you to my thoughts, as food to life, or as sweet season showers are to the ground. And for the peace of you I hold such strife as twixt a miser and his wealth is found. Sometime, all full with feasting on your sight, and by, clean starved for a look, possessing or pursuing no delight, save what is had, or what from must you be took. Thus I do pine and surfeit day by day, gluttoning on all, or all away. Richard, the Duke of Gloucester, fifth in the royal roster. My brother Edward is king, then there's the Clarence thing. Princes to the Tower Bell sing, la la la, louder than Margaret's curse, colder than Henry's hearse. It's about to get worse. Richard, the Duke of Gloucester, called on a few impostors, and with perseverance they did get to Clarence. I sent 2 of them and for insurance, and the shock it gave drove Edward to the grave. Courtiers, behead or behave. Richard, the Duke of Gloucester, 2 nephew princes he must foster. So as Lord Protector of the princely sector, to the Tower boys collect your things, for you'll both be safer locked up. I know it's kind of abrupt, but hey, I'm kind of corrupt. Richard, the Duke of Gloucester, taking the blame, preposterous. Well, some will say I lied, but Edward got sick and died, and Clarence was an inside job. As for the princes, well, no one knows, and hey, sometimes that's how it goes. Anyway, the Tower is closed for business. Now I'm king for sure, the Earl of Richmond is at the door. Stand behind the bar.
When I consider everything that grows, holds in perfection but a little moment, that that this huge stage presenteth not, but shows whereon the stars in secret influence comment. Then the conceit of this inconstant stay sets you, most rich in youth, before my sight, where wasteful time debateth with decay, to change your day of youth to sullied night. And all in war with time for love of you, as he takes from you, I engraft you new.
My love is strengthened, the more weak in seeming. I love not less, though less the show appear. It was a lover and his lass that o'er the green cornfields did pass in the springtime, only pretty ring time, when the birds do sing, hey, ding-a-ding, ding. Sweet lovers love the spring.
Our love was new, and then but in the spring, when I was wont to greet it with my lays, as Philomel in summer's front doth sing, and stops his pipe in growth of riper days. Between the acres and the rye,
With a hey and a ho and a hey no, ni no.
those pretty country folks would lie in the springtime, only pretty ring time, when the birds do sing, hey, ding-a-ding, ding. Sweet lovers love the spring.
Not that the summer is less pleasant now than when her mournful hymns did hush the night, but that wild music burthens every bough, and sweets grown common lose their dear delight. This carol they began that hour,
With a hey and a ho and a hey no, you know.
how that life was but a flower in the springtime, only pretty ring time, when the birds do sing, hey, ding-a-ding, ding. Sweet lovers love the spring.
Therefore, like her, I sometime hold my tongue, because I would not dull you with my song.
And therefore take the present
With a hey
time,
and a ho and a hey no, you know.
for love is crowned with the prime in the springtime, only pretty ring time, when the birds do sing, hey, ding-a-ding, ding. Sweet lovers love the spring.
The setting sun, the music at the close. The last taste of sweets is sweetest last, writ in remembrance more than things long past.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and oft is his gold complexion dimmed. And every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as all can breathe and eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
The king's a beggar, now the play is done. A favor now we ask of everyone. We're streaming this for free for you today. So if you feel inclined to help us pay and be a generous sponsor of the arts, we thank you from the bottom of our
Hera Nalam and Duncan Cox. Amazing, brilliant. Well, now it seems like a good time for you to head over to our website, shakespeareintheruins.com, and click Donate at the top right corner. Super easy. Or click on the link below, right there. And as you do that, you can hear me announce our big plans for this year. In 2021, SIR is embracing change. Even though we remain unable to congregate, we're still storytellers and we're still dreamers. Our 2021 season is designed to be fully accessible to anyone, anywhere on the planet. It is a challenging season of collaboration, digital innovation, and hope. The plays selected for this year are stories of disruption, of power being challenged and authority crumbling as characters struggle to redefine themselves and find new places in society. By August, we'll release a digital production, The Winter's Tale, a bilingual partnership with Theatre Cirque Molière. Sadly, given the times, we are canceling the live component, the in-person component of this piece, and instead, we'll bring it to you virtually, to your screens. And no, film is not the same as being in the presence of a live audience, but it is still an act of creation. And given the times, that is still a radical act of hope. The Winter's Tale is my favorite Shakespeare's play. It is filled with laugh and tears in equal measure. It is a story of redemption and forgiveness. We'll capture it for the screen at the Ruins, and it'll be directed by Michel Boulet and Sarah Constable. The main plot of the play shifts back and forth between two families from two different cultures, one from Sicily, who will speak English, and one from Bohemia, who will speak French. And since this will be on screen, subtitles will help. In the early fall, we'll film the remount of the Shakespeare Fest hit Shakespeare's Will by Canadian playwright Vern Thiessen, originally produced in early 2020 by Rory Runnels. Directed by Eric Blay and performed by one of SIR's founding members, Debbie Patterson, an avid advocate for work that explores the experiences of living with a disability, this deeply moving one-woman show will be captured for the screen at Prairie Theatre Exchange, hopefully before a live audience. The play focuses on Anne Hathaway, Shakespeare's wife, who on the day of his funeral reflects on their lifetime together, revealing secrets and passions. It is a poetic and often hilarious meditation on love and loss, and one that will make you redefine your view of Shakespeare, the icon and the man. We'll release this production online in October. And going deeper into the fall season, SR is really excited to premiere an original feature film. And I'm going to say it. I'm at a theater, but I'm going to say it. Here comes Macbeth, a Blackfriar production with Shakespeare in the Ruins. Entirely imagined and captured specifically for the screen, this exciting adaptation of Shakespeare's tragedy is a monumental achievement for our community. SIR is one of the very few theater companies in the world attempting such an ambitious cinematic pivot. Shot in and around Winnipeg between September and October of last year, Macbeth features more than 40 local actors and dozens of artists behind the screen. Conceived, directed, and edited by Michel Boulez and Sarah Constable, this film is inspired by the late 1800s theater static of Anton Chekhov and was shot digitally in black and white. The result is an elegant celebration of our community and of Manitoba's gorgeous landscapes. Steep Rock, Manitoba, in its stunning beaches, become the cliffs of Dover. The film is currently in its third editing phase with focus on sound mixing. And rather than releasing it online, our dream is to share it with our audiences and our friends at a public screening event. We want to display this film on the big screen where it belongs and in the presence of our friends and supporters. We'll aim to premiere it in late October at a local cinema house when we can hopefully gather safely again. Ray Strom and Julie Lumsden play the bloody royal couple, and they are magic. So there we have it, The Winter's Tale, Shakespeare's Will, and Macbeth, a bilingual production, a modern Canadian play, and an original full-length film. And this being a pledge drive, I must also tell you about what SIR has going on behind the scenes, beyond our shows. We do offer more than just plays, and your support also sustains our operations, our educational programs, and our outreach programs. These are exciting times for SIR, a time of profound change. In June, we'll welcome Sophie Smith Dos Mohammed as our Associate Artistic Director, and we're very, very excited to have her. And after 6 years as SIR's brilliant General Manager, Lisa Nelson-Fries will be stepping down in September to pursue new adventures, while we'll welcome a new GM. And I'm gonna miss you, Lisa. I'm looking at her right now, there she is, I'm gonna miss you, Lisa. SIR offers workshops and programs to many groups, to schools with our Shakespeare in Action series, to inmates at Stony Mountain Penitentiary with our Shakespeare in Stony Mountain program led by Claire Friesen. We also offer master classes and coaching to individual actors through our online series SIR at SIR, Social Isolation Resources at Shakespeare in the Ruins. Your support helps these programs directly, and these programs enrich our art. And now, speaking of art, without further ado, a sneak peek into our season, the trailer for Macbeth.
And, as they say, lamentings heard in the air, strange screams of death. There's knocking at the gate.
Doesn't that look amazing? A huge congrats to Michel Boulez and Sarah Constable, the creators, directors, and editors of Macbeth. And we can't wait to welcome you all to a local cinema and enjoy that journey together this fall. Thank you to our audiences, our volunteers, our supporters, and our sponsors. In a time of deep uncertainty, your help has made us feel acknowledged and alive. We wouldn't be here without you. You have filled our spirits. As Bill wrote in Twelfth Night, I can no other answer make but thanks and ever thanks. Good night, and I'll see you soon.